Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Hands off to the left. They'll bring him down just short of the 20.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
It's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
And looking to throw now on first down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Now it's second down here. They're going to run the option. The back's got to run the pitch. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Look, I realize in any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the runner takes off to his right. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, LSU. Made the defense look slow that time. Just getting settled in for this conference championship game. This offense already has put points on the board, Kirk.
Man, they are not wasting any time at all settling into this football game. They got straight to the reads. Quarterback did a nice job of just kind of executing the game plan, and they're up 7 here early.
Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense operating from the pistol. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, he's changing the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. Two backs now flanking the quarterback. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Gonzalez. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Here's the 2nd down play. Takes the handoff again. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Third down play for this offense. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. A short completion of the tight end. And that game will pick up a 1st down and move the football to the 36.
And this defense has got to do a better job on 3rd down. They got to mix in a blitz here and there. It's all about getting pressure on the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And this pass is caught. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
Grab down the middle. It's Gonzalez. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
First and goal, a great chance to answer that opening touchdown. Here's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a third and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. Catch made by the tight end. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
That's a good job by this offense getting positive yards here on this third and goal, but now they're facing fourth and goal. Big decision on whether or not to settle for the field goal to at least get some points or roll the dice and try to get this ball into the end zone on fourth down.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. That'll be a safety.
What great defense right here. That is diagnosing the screenplay. You see how that defender chased it down, earns his team 2 points? He just saw it coming from the snap.
And here's the return. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. It's a run to the left. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's a screen pass to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a deep completion. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. This quarterback on fire today. Now the important point after attempt. So they find the reliable tight end. He makes the defense pay that time.
You know, the receivers a lot of times get most of the attention, but don't forget about how potent a tight end can be. When you've got a player like this who can run routes, get a serious weapon that they can utilize, and they just did right there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. And the defense make adjustments here. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
That's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And the Rebels starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Tailback with another carry. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He'll throw it now. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's an out route. The catch made. Tackle made at the 13. And here we go, a red zone opportunity.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And the Rebels looking to cash in this red zone trip. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Press coverage now from these DBs. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
Coach deciding to keep the offense out there, go for a 2-point conversion, and extend the lead to 3. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he finds the end zone again, the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Wow.
So they decide to run it in on the 2-point conversion, and it turns out to be the right call. Put 2 up on the board.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Trying to extend the play. Look at the time in the pocket. Finally delivers to the left. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, a great shot play here by the offensive coordinator. They feel confident that their offensive line is going to be able to protect their quarterback for those deep plays, and clearly, right now, it's working out.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quarterback escapes the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
Well, that's a great job by this defense of getting pressure with only 3 pass rushers. It leaves 8 back in coverage. It makes it very difficult to find an open man. But, boy, you play that defense all day if you can get that kind of pressure with just 3 guys.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Pressure is coming. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And he's got it. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And this one is right through. That will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers on the return team. And the coverage team able to bring him down. One more play before they head to the locker room. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. If he steps out of bounds, a solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Trying the old counter play here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
What makes a really good counter play is selling it to the defense. So you're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like we saw there.
Here's the option play. Pitch to the back. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Had a nice drive going here, but now it's third down and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's looking to scramble. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back end, nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 11. It's an option look. And the defense there to smother that option play.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And he's going to float this one to the right side. This one is dropped. No one around him. He couldn't make the catch. Incomplete. Second and 10 here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And now another deep ball here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
The Rebels are in the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down and goal upcoming. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Rebels. Will take the lead in the second half.
Now, this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. A nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. They'll change the pre-snap look now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Extending the play now. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game. He's able to do that right here.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. First down. Looking to throw the football. Running back grabs it on the screen. And they're finally able to stop him. The great execution on the screen pass fooled the defense there.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The pocket breaking down. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to throw again. And this pass is on target, caught. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Boy, the slant route is already a difficult pass to defend in man coverage, but especially against a receiver like that. Man, good luck. Big receiver, they can use their body to shield the defensive back from the ball if it's placed correctly by the quarterback.
Can they convert on third down to keep this drive rolling? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Finds room at the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if his defense was caught sleeping or walking or what. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Going after, not quite through. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. He's hit as he throws it. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, LSU. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. And the interception taken to the house. A pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. Let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And here comes a deep shot. That falls incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Looking for his back. This time it's complete. And the gain just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pass rush closing in. He's going to take off here. Gets into space at the 50. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. It's a short completion of the big tight end. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Hey, that's what you're looking for right now as an offense. Nice big chunk play like that. Moving the ball now into plus territory. Keep looking for those big plays downfield and hope to be able to get the ball into the end zone.
And this time the defense is all over the quarterback run. They bring him down short of the marker. And set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to create outside the pocket now. With the catch, it's Gonzalez. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
And the Rebels line up on 1st and 10 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? And the defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line. And the Rebels will come to the line to run the hurry up. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Here we go. It's what you hope for. 4th quarter, 1-possession game, conference championship on the line.
You know, these conference championship games sometimes can be so unpredictable. 1 minute you're up by a couple of scores, and all of a sudden you have a stalled possession or a turnover, and the pendulum shifts in favor of the opposing team. It's feeling like that might be happening late in this game.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a 4th quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a 1st down.
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
After after a first down loss. It's 2nd and long from the 23. They try to run it with the option. Pitches to the back. Breaking free at the 35.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. Man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. The back's got it. Spins away from defenders. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And they tack on the extra point. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Contact as he threw it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Not much of a return, but the pick ends the scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Up by 2 possessions here. They have a chance to put the game on ice right now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, and he fumbled the ball. Potential disaster here. Fumble recovered by the defense, going the other way. Touchdown, Rebels. On the scoop and score. And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. First down here for this offense. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The gain moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They get him down, but he crosses midfield. Spot the ball to 44. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Ball handed off. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And the freshman brings him down quickly. And the defense steps in here to call time with 12 seconds left on the clock. Second down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, you can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.